Welcome to my next video in the series documenting my journey through AI technologies to build a client self-booking system or patient appointment booking system using AI technologies. In this video, we're walking through the new business registration process using the new Physiotherapist template. Alrighty, so I've been doing lots of tidying up of the template configuration code and fixing up some little buglets. So let's have a walk through. New incognito window to clear out the cache or the cookies. So dev.mybooking.clinic, so the development environment. Okay. I won't go through everything today, but I invite you to put your details in here to be on the early adopters notification. As soon as it's in production, ready to go, I will send you an email. This is not for building up an email list. I'm not going to spam you with newsletters. I don't have any newsletters, but if you want to know when it's ready to go, just put your information there, and you just don't have to put your phone number or your name, whatever, just your email address, and I'll let you know as soon as it's all up and running. So get started. So whatever, enterprise, and again, month. Getting all this working took a surprising amount of work yesterday. What I've found is that Cursor is good at solving problems in the code if you give it lots of detailed debugging information, screenshots, outputs of log files, all that sort of thing, and then it's able to track it down. So it's not very good at solving problems by itself. So next step, your name, so it'll be Bill Smith, job title, head physiotherapist. I'm a practitioner. Organization type, physiotherapy, sports therapy. Number of practitioners, 1. Physio, my subdomain name, so it'll be physio.mybooking.clinic, or in the development environment, physio.dev.mybooking.clinic. Select a template. I'm going to select the physiotherapist template. 3021 Surface Paradise Boulevard. Country code 61 and password. So 2470 a year, if you're paying annually. Now, bearing in mind that regardless of which plan you choose and whether it's annual or monthly, you will get the first calendar month for free, and you can cancel out any time within that. So via your Stripe. So basically, you will be sent an invoice by Stripe, and if you want to continue your subscription after the first month, which is free, then you have to follow the link in the invoice and then set up your subscription payment method. If you don't do that, then your subscription will lapse, and you won't be followed up. We'll send you, there will be an automatic email come out a couple of times, like once before saying it's nearly due, and then a couple of times in the week after, and then after a week, if you still haven't subscribed, then your account will be cancelled. So basically you have more like 5 weeks for free before your account will be cancelled. Okay, click the create account button. It will go away and build the organization, the subdirectory. Great, it's complete. Now go to the configuration dashboard. Does it have multiple sites? I'm going to say no this time. How do you refer to your practitioners? Physiotherapist. How do you refer to clients? Clients. If it was a medical center, some sort of doctor, you'd probably use patient there. Do you want clients to enter the phone country code? Yes, or always default to yours? No. If you only have clients whose phone number is going to have the same country code, then say no, so that you don't have to prompt clients for their country code when they're entering their phone. It just will take it from the organization. Website tagline, best sports remedial physio on the Gold Coast. Do you want to charge clients a no-show fee? At the moment in the MVP, that isn't working anyway. I haven't implemented the Stripe integration to do that. So just leave that as 0 for the time being. If you are interested in charging a no-show fee, let me know, send me a message, and we can discuss how that would work. Alrighty, do you want to set a list of standard services? So that would mean if you did, then when a client books an appointment, it will give them the option of like a drop down or you know, a box of lists, a box of standard services that they can select on off. At the moment, we'll just say no, because if you say yes, then it means you have to go and set up your list of standard services. Payment, do you want to use the credit card processing services? So credit debit card processing services, do you want to use ours? Don't click that yet, because Stripe integration at the user front end level hasn't been implemented yet. So just say no. For the MVP, I haven't done that yet, but I will be. And once I do that, then you will have the option of doing all your credit card payments integration straight in this application. So you won't have to use, like Square or something. But if you prefer to use Square, that's fine. It just won't be integrated into the service, into the system. Do you want the FAQ section on the front page? We'll say no. Do you want the health news section on the front page? We'll say no. At the moment for the MVP, the health news section is just a demo anyway. There's nothing actually behind it. In the future, I will be integrating that with my other website, terryswebsite.com, and it will draw the latest health news from that website. At the moment, that's a little bit out of date. New patient registration. So when a new patient client registers, do you want to ask these questions? Do you have any allergies? Let's say, yes, I want to ask that. Do you have any medications? Yes. Do you have any medical conditions? Yes. Well, I guess if they were going to a doctor, they would have medical conditions, but if they're going to a physiotherapist, then they might not, but that would be important to know anyway. Complete configuration. All right, we're all set up. So I'm using a different browser. I'm using Edge this time. So if I go to Physio, so now I'm a client, physio.dev.mybooking.clinic. When I move this to production, there won't be a .dev in there. So it'll just be physio.mybooking.clinic. And here's, bugger, the logo hasn't come across or hasn't been set up properly. And again, okay, so there's a couple of images there that haven't been set up properly. Let me go over back to the back office system. So while I'm here, I will choose an image. Hero. That's it. Upload. There we go. That's better. Right. And then for the logo URL, choose a file. We'll use this one. Upload. Good. Save the changes. Okay. And while I'm here, I'll go to my profile and head physiotherapist. Head physiotherapist. Qualifications. Whatever. PhD. Title. 75 years experience. Specialty sports. Save changes. Oh, hang on. Upload image. Oh, sorry. Select an image. Upload. Uploaded successfully. And it's displayed it. Save. Profile updated successfully. Okay. So let's now just refresh this page. Alrighty, now we've got the logo. Now I haven't entered any services yet. We could actually default that in the template. Yeah, I might do that. I'll set up some default services in the template. But anyway, that's right, I didn't put a bio in, did I? So bio. Okay, updated. Let's go back here. Update. PhD. Oh, okay, sorry. I did the wrong thing. Title is, so let's say no title, just say. So if it was a doctor, then you'd put DR in there. So I just forgot. Hang on. Update. Come back. Refresh. There we go. That's better. Sports therapy, so blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Now our locations, we only have one, so we don't currently have an image for our location. Get directions, brings up the Google map. Getting the location, and there it is, right there. It's wild how that 3D works. Cool. That's the Q1 building in Surface Paradise. Okay, groovy. All right, that all works. Now make an appointment. It should work because I did get that working. Fred, Nurk, Fred, Fredo, 0101200. When I migrate this application over to other services such as skincare clinics or beauty salons or massage, remedial massage, that sort of thing, you probably won't need to set up client accounts, or you might not want them to have to enter a password. Just use two-factor authentication on the phone and forget about passwords. That's perfectly fine. We can do that. In fact, we can do that now if you want. It does do two-factor authentication using OTP, a one-time password, on your phone, on the client's phone when they're booking. So password is redundant, but it gives you that two-factor authentication. If it's not that important, it's fine. We can remove it. Whatever. Oh, I've got to put my number in. Now, what is it? 048 046. That's it. That's my test phone. Indicating number, blah, blah, blah. none, whatever. Register and continue. All right, send the OTP, one-time password for verification. Right, 681-408. 681-408. Verify and register. Okay. So there's only one, so you don't need to select anything. If there are multiple practitioners, then you would the client would select one, or there's also the option to any available. So I'll say today. Oh, of course there's no slots. Sorry, we haven't set something up yet. Hang on, I haven't finished the configuration. So the schedule. The system needs to know what your schedule is. Yeah, I need to specify the schedule. So this is my schedule template. And then you implement that template for the next whatever number of weeks. And then once your schedule has been implemented, then you can go back on specific dates and modify them, to say you're not available on those days, you're going on leave, whatever. So okay, I will be available from 09:00 AM to 05:00 PM, and I will have a lunch break from 12 PM to 12:30 PM, and then copy that to every day except Sunday. I'll make myself unavailable on Sunday, and Saturday I'll finish at 01:00 and have a break from say 11 to 11:30. Save. All right. So the schedule template has been saved. Now we implement that schedule template. So could probably actually call that schedule template, really. Call that, yeah, I'll change the name. That should be schedule template. Now we implement that template for the next number of weeks, starting on when, let's say, start from next Monday for 8 weeks. Implement has been successfully implemented for 8 weeks, starting from the 21st of July. Okay, cool. And we can add specific exceptions on individual days or a range of dates. So it could be from one day, you might not be available in the morning. So you would say, next Wednesday, I'm not going to be available until midday. So you would say your start time, end time would be from midday until 5. Okay, so anyway, that's sorted. Now my future schedule. Okay, now there's my schedule. So nothing until the 21st. So my schedule starts on the 21st, and then it goes into August. And then we can see my August schedule. Okay, now if we click on a date, we can say, I'm not going to be available on that date. Save, which is the August the 9th, Saturday, August the 9th, save. So I'm no longer available on that day. And boom, boom. So what was it, the 9th? Right, so now you can see Saturday, August 9th, I'm no longer available. So no one would be able to make a booking for me on that date. So anyway, we'll go back to the patient. So I've refreshed that page, make an appointment. So now I'm, okay. it's kept me logged in, because I had previously, when I created my account, it logged me in, and it's retained that session. So now it's starts on the 21st, so that should really be not available there. That should be grayed out anyway. So 9 a.m. continue. Yep, all good. We're booking the appointment. Any additional information, you can upload any documents that are relevant for that appointment. They could be PDF documents, Word documents, images like from scan. If you've got an X-ray that you want to show the doctor, you can scan and upload it, like if it's in electronic form, digital form. So confirm booking. No, don't save. Booking appointment booked successfully. And I have a confirmation on my phone. It says your appointment with Bill Smith has been scheduled for Monday, July 21st at 9 a.m. Well, boom, there you go. Password. Verification code 161040. Login. Yeah, okay, my appointments, upcoming appointments. Oh, location, there's no location set. Oh yeah, I haven't, okay. There's no past appointments with Bill, Dr. Bill. All right, some little quirks in the MVP that still have to be worked out, and there's the address. So that's my address, and I can edit my profile. I can reschedule or cancel this appointment. I've tested that before, so hopefully that still works. Okay, it's all good. No, log out. Boom, there we go. Excellent. So I will move that into the development environment now. That's going to be a fairly substantial bit of work, because there's been lots of changes to the structure of the system and to the database as well. So I might actually have to clear the database and rebuild it. There's nothing important on there anyway. I don't think anyone's been using it. I don't know, has anyone? Yeah, anyway. All right, cool. Catch you later. I will fix a couple of those little buglets, and services provided, locations. These are all set up in here. So we've got sites, so site management. This is where you can enter all your sites, like set them all up. If you have multiple locations, put them all in here, and then they will appear on there. I don't at the moment have site selection when you're making a booking, but that is definitely something I need to do quickly. But this is an MVP. Now, the other thing, what else? Profile is working okay. Yeah, it's just that site. So we'll just edit this. We'll choose an image for the site. So that'll do. To upload. All right, cool. And if we refresh the page, we'll have an image there. There we go. All right, so yeah, it's all good. Services provided. You go into website content, and this is where you can update your contact details, insurance information for displaying on the front page, the list of services that you have. So I can choose an icon and say blah, set our color, service, it's purpley, say 30. Well, okay, it's not really relevant, but blah, 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 blah. Service 2, let's see. Sports, sports testing, blah, 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 blah. And what? There we go. Yeah, it'll do. Okay, these are not at all relevant to physiotherapists. They're just left over from testing with the medical clinic, cardiac care clinic. Anyway, save those. Updated. Okay, now we refresh this page. And there we go. And you can have up to 4 there. So, and these are in this section, patient testimonials. At the moment, it's just hard-coded, but you would put your testimonials in here, and then they'll appear there. So at the moment, just for the product, for the MVP, they're just hard-coded, but very soon I'll be replacing those with something more flexible, so that you can just go in here and put up to 4 testimonials, and in the future you can add more. You can have 1,000 testimonials there if you want. And indeed, in the future, I would send out a follow-up email to your clients and ask them, give them a link to a testimonial page, and they can put in their feedback, and that will automatically populate the testimonials table and then appear down here. All right, cool. So that's all coming. My schedule today, I don't have a schedule. Calendar, if you look at the calendar, we can see, right, so there's our first appointment, which is there, view. Right, cool. Bye for now.